You're listening to The Metal Experience. Only on Slam Internet Radio.
I can't hear my microphone. Is it working?
Hi, Dave. Thanks for turning us on, bitch. Well, anyway, we started off with, I picked Misfits Skulls because, I feel every week I'm wearing my Misfits hoodie and we never play any Misfits. So I played some Misfits Skulls. And then we got a couple band picks. Born of Osiris, Follow the Signs off their new CD, which is badass. And Meshuggah, Don't Look Down. And you said that's also off their new CD?
Yeah.
Badass. We're in the studio with Betrayer. You guys can... Hi, guys.
What's up?
Let's introduce ourselves, guys.
Wait,
You might want to talk in your mics. It helps.
Alright. Oh, this thing? Oh, this thing that looks like a dick in front of my face? Oh, robot dick. I am Justin. I play guitar.
I'm Dan, and I play the bass.
Nice. And you guys drove from Indiana tonight, correct?
Yes, we did.
Awesome.
Are we missing some people? I know we have 2 band members standing outside.
We need to come in later.
We got James and our singer Dan standing outside.
Is there anyone that didn't make the trip?
Kevin, unfortunately, could not get off work early to be here. He's our comic relief, so that's going to kind of put a damper on our show today.
Great. The show's going to be boring.
Yes.
Dave, I'm relying on you to be extra funny tonight, okay?
I'll try.
You better.
Then he doesn't say anything till his segment.
I mean, I have soundboards I can play and then, make
Well-
funny noises.
Beyond that tonight. Okay?
Alrighty.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's talk a little bit about your band. When did you guys...
You guys are in
Create
from Indiana,
Betrayer.
correct? Where in Indiana, you guys?
Oh.
Northwest Indiana, like Portage area. Portage to be exact.
Pretty
The
close
Portage
to Chicago.
area, Portage to be exact, actually.
Yeah.
You said, I'm sorry, and you guys have been around for how long? How the transformation of the band come together?
Well, Justin and Kevin, they started the band out in 2010,
Yeah, early 2010.
and a few lineup changes, and now we're finally a full piece group.
This current lineup has been together for about a year, I'd say. It's about a year now.
Yeah.
And how did you guys all find each other? Because you and Kevin started it, right?
Yeah, me and Kevin have actually been jamming for about almost 7 years now. I've been jamming with him since he was 14 and I was 20. So he
Awkward.
started. I know. And I just I met him through a show. Like one of my bands was playing a show, and all of a sudden I'm hearing this the drums are set up outside, and he's playing As I Lay Dying to like a T. He's 14 years old, self-taught, and I saw him and I was just like I was blown away. It's the first time I ever like heard this kid, met this kid, and just got to be friends with him. And eventually down the line we just started jamming together in bands, and we've been going strong ever since. He's phenomenal.
And then how did Dan become a part of the group?
I met Justin through a friend, and we went to a contortionist show together, and he mentioned that they were looking for a bass player. They haven't found anyone that was kind of reliable, and I never really played metal before, but I always loved it and wanted to try it out, and it worked.
What did you used to play?
Blues and jazz, mostly.
So then what made you get into metal?
I always listened to metal, but once, I don't know, the scene sort of died off a little bit, I stopped listening to, modern music a bit and sort of just jammed on the jazz bass a lot and sort of missed it. So
Nice. And what about the name Betrayer? Where did that come from?
That originated from one of our older members that we used to jam with, but it's kind of evolving into a totally different meaning with our lyric content that we got going on now. It's becoming a whole different thing as from when it started, and I'd like to say it's us just progressing, actually getting our sound and really figuring out what we want to do. And
yeah, I mean, we've always liked playing what we wanted to play, and we don't tend to follow too much of the same scene when it comes to playing the same type of music as everyone else, and it's really just become our own personal thing to do whatever we want.
I mean, singer Dan could probably explain that a little bit better when he talks about his lyric content and stuff. So I think we all have our own interpretation of what the band means to us.
The songs that you guys had before when you guys were a band, Betrayer, was it? Let me think of how I want to phrase this question. Sound-wise, what did you guys sound like then, and what do you sound like now?
Well, back before we had Dan, we had a set of songs, and we only kept one song actually out of that whole set that actually stood out more like the direction we wanted to go. The rest of it, it was kind of confusing because like we had just like we play 8-string guitars. I didn't know if you
Nice.
knew that or not, but I picked up an 8-string. I went from a 6-string to an 8-string, so it was kind of like a whole new realm of music. I was exploring and like trying to get a feel of like how I really wanted to like represent my ideas with this instrument, and it totally makes you a different player. Like, but I kind of trailed off of what I was saying there.
No, it's just interesting because you know, I never really thought about playing metal until I met up with Justin and, you know, really got a feel for it. And when they told me they were using 8-strings, I was like, wow, you know, it's something that, you know, when overused a bit, people tend to like have their jokes about, but they really utilized the entire range of the instrument. And it wasn't just the bottom 3 strings that they were jamming on. And especially with James is playing, when we got him as our lead guitarist, it was fun, really fun.
It really broadened
Nice.
our horizons and just, yeah, it's making us a lot better.
So you
definitely.
guys you brought 7 songs with you today.
Yeah.
I'm really stoked. I just want to listen to them. We listened to them yesterday. I'm like, yes, I can't wait. I want to rock a couple songs right now.
So what do we have first lined up?
You want to play the first 3 tracks there?
And what do we got? What
We
are
have
the
an intro,
first?
right?
Yeah, intro and transformation, and then Oblivious.
The intro track's actually called Indoctrination,
Yeah.
and then it goes to Transformation, both kind of similar title styles. You'll hear. they tie in together.
All right, here we go.
Betrayer.
You're listening to the Metal Experience. Only on Slam Internet Radio.
And we're back. We got 2 new members of the band
Of Betrayer.
of Betrayer. Let's introduce ourselves, folks.
I'm Dan. I'm vocals.
Oh yeah, I'm James, guitar player.
Nice. And we just heard 3 of your songs off your EP. What were those?
That would be a good thing because I was not listening to the.
Well, they were the first
headphones.
3 songs.
The first 3
So
songs.
that would be a intro and the 2 songs that come after the intro.
Transformation
Yep.
and then.
Then Oblivious after
Oblivious, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what are those 3 songs about? Let's take them step by step, song by song.
Like lyrically?
Either way, whatever you want to discuss.
The first song, like Transformation, was kind of about like brainwashing a little bit, kind of like from first perspective type deal, and like I don't know, just trying to make it brutal as fuck. Trying to I was reading up on like MK Ultra and things like that, so like just like I don't know, I just wanted it to be as brutal as we could possibly make it because it sounded heavy, while still keeping like strong lyric content.
So for
like,
people that don't know what MK Ultra is, like me, what is that?
Well, MK Ultra was like a government program that was like kept under wraps while it was going on, and they were experimenting with like ex-Nazi scientists from the Project Paperclip or whatever, to like kind of experiment on like the human mind and how to control it, and like so they would like brainwash victims, not victims, but like I mean like they would take people. I don't know who these people are.
This
but
shit's deep.
it's kind of deep. It's not really deep. It's like, you know,
It's
if
a
you read it, it's not,
conspiracy theory.
kind of. It's not even a theory, really. Well, like, anyway, after it was disclosed and after they tried it, you know, this is a long time ago. This is like 50s and 60s. They closed it down, and then, like, you know, Freedom of Information Act came out, and then all that was exposed. So it's kind of like, it's kind of known, but then again, it's not. So, I don't know. I just wanted something to write about, you know. So.
And then the second song, or actually the third song we heard, what was?
Oh, the third song, Oblivious. That was more of like a personal song to me. Like I tried to like write all the lyrics so that they all correlate with each other, but I kind of like went a little bit off topic with that one and kind of like just wrote about my personal feelings and like I'm a pastor's son. You guys probably don't know that, but
Interesting.
yeah, my parents like work in Gary with like drug addicts and stuff like that, and like all growing up, I was kind of like growing like, you know, I was a pastor's son, so I was told what to do, what to think, and taught all that shit about God and stuff. And then like when I started to get older and rebel, I kind of came out and just like kind of realized that like I was kind of being manipulated, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, like it wasn't fair for me to just like be thrown in this family that, you know, tells you how to think. You know what I mean? It's not like I had any expression of myself. So it was like, I was like really struggling with that. And then when I like pushed away from it, I don't know, I just kind of found myself a little bit. So that's kind of what that song's about.
How do they feel about you playing in a metal band?
When I was 13, they gave me a lot of shit, but I mean, like I grew up and they like don't understand it, but when they were younger, they did crazy shit too. So. It's
So
like-
now, do they come out to your shows and support you, or?
My dad wears a suit, and he looks like a cop, so 2 things that don't mix well with the metal scene.
That would be a no then.
Yeah. He's got like a sweet mustache. Well, he used to. I just always see him with a mustache. But he's got the mustache and the big glasses
Oh, yeah.
and shit, so.
Nice.
Plus, he just looks pissed off, like he's got a stick stuck in his butt permanently. And he's just walking around like, ah. So, I mean, I don't know. I never try to invite them. If it was like a formal show, you know, it'd be awesome because my parents would come in like little church outfits. And everyone would be.
Seems like you're
pleased.
still trying to rebel against your parents.
No, I wouldn't say I rebel. I just don't fit in with them. It's like, I don't hang with them. You know what I mean? So.
You can tell you got your lip pierced and the comb over and the
Call it a comb over. You call it a comb
I don't know
over,
what
then
you
I'm
call
bald.
it.
Yeah, then I'm bald if I have a comb over. Got something to hide.
Well, you're not bald is basically what you're trying to tell the
Right.
public out there.
Yes, that's one good thing.
So how did you guys end up joining Betrayer? I know that Justin had mentioned how he used to play with James. James, Justin? I'm confused. Let's continue this story.
I actually just joined into the band. It was already started. I kind of just joined in like last minute, but pretty much all that happened is they already had a basic structure for their songs, and I just kind of came in and just wrote guitar leads for it. Like things weren't going so good with their last guitarist, and I was looking for a band, and I love these guys. Like I listened to them before I was even in the band, and I was like, if I wanted to get into a band, this would be the band. And then Justin, the other guitarist, actually texted me one day. He's like, how are you thinking about getting into this band? I was like, dude, I was like so ecstatic about it. And yeah, just started hanging out with him, started jamming, writing my own leads, and yeah.
And you also play 8-string guitar?
Yes.
How is that? Because, I mean, when someone says, I play an
Same.
8-string guitar, I'm like, you know a lot more than me on guitar then.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Going from a 6-string to an 8-string, like, you wouldn't think, but those extra 2 strings makes the biggest difference. Like, it is like a whole new world of playing guitar.
I feel like we just heard this from Justin, like exact word for
you probably
word.
did. Probably did. Probably did.
Well, you get another, it definitely is like that then.
Yeah. But it's kind of funny now because, like, going from 6 to 8, like, I had the hardest time grasping the idea. But now I go to play 6-string, like, I feel like I'm playing, like, a toy guitar or something. Like, my
Your little
hands feel
baby,
like
yeah.
giants.
Rock
Because I'm so
band.
used to, like, an 8-string now. But
That's funny because me and Kevin, like, we're so tiny that when we pick it up, we're just like, we have like, it looks like we're playing bass.
watching them playing 8-string guitars is, like, the funniest thing ever.
Do you play guitar too?
Yeah, I do too.
Oh.
He's a damn good guitarist.
Thank
Do
you,
you
sir.
play guitar at all on any of these songs?
Not in any of these songs because I've never like worked with them. All those were already written before I joined the band, basically. So like that time after we hit the studio, I kind of like worked on my own song while everyone else worked on their own thing. So like he's got like his own songs, Justin's got his own, and I have like one that we're working on.
Nice.
So like I mean like I work on it too, but guitar's a pain in the ass for me, so I'd rather just do vocals. It's easier.
That makes sense. Now, when you went from a 6 to an 8 string, how long did it catch? Or
Ugh.
They take the catch on.
yeah,
Well, I wrote all my shit on 6-string actually, and then when I came in to show Justin the riffs, I looked like I didn't know how to play guitar. I was like, bang bong bang bang bang. I was like,
you sounded
whoa.
Chinese.
Yeah,
Bang,
basically.
bang, bang.
But I mean, it's coming along. I just have little fingers, little sausages.
Now, the stuff that we heard, were they already recorded before you guys jumped on the tracks?
No.
Well, no, like I said, the songs were already written. I just put the leads over them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, they were pretty much already full songs. Pretty much my contribution to the band are the guitar solos and just some like minor leads and stuff. But I don't know, the songs have pretty much been written for a while though, right? Like,
I know. I mean,
Well, before I even got in the
Oblivious was a
band.
newer one that we were working on
Yeah.
with our old guitar player, and then we kind of like he left before we got that together.
Yeah.
So that's kind of newish. But I guess you just pretty much laid solos over the parts that needed it.
Yeah, pretty much. It's
But this,
I like it.
the next CD, you're gonna be pretty much.
it's cool, but yeah,
having
because
all
with
of
this
it
new
or
music
something.
we're working on, like I'm actually helping with the writing process, not just solos. And it sucked because it was totally rushed because I joined the band and then we had to go in the studio a few weeks later. So I have like 3 weeks to write leads for like 7 songs.
So we might end up sounding halfway different next CD. If
How long ago were these songs recorded?
The ones off the EP.
Yeah.
I don't keep track of time. I'm not like the timekeeper.
Timekeeper.
I don't even have a watch.
Like 6 months, 8 months, 1 year.
About 6
Dan's giving you
months.
weird looks, guys.
Yeah, that's a hard question.
Well, because yeah, like I said, they've been songs for a while, but as far as like this EP goes, I think they were recorded about 6 months ago, maybe. I give it 6 months, yeah.
Where
Not
you guys-
100% sure, but
Where did you guys record this? Because
The
fucking sound
Nook.
quality
You
is
read my
the
mind.
The
Nook.
Nook, yeah.
Nook Studio.
Really? We've
Yeah.
been there.
Nick is a
We,
beast.
we were actually just listening to Miles from Exile on the way here, who
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
recorded at the Nook.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's a
Which is
legit
kinda
dude,
fun.
man.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome to
Knows
work
what he's
with.
doing.
He knew everything about vocals, so I didn't have to like worry about anything. I was mainly worried about going in there and being like, sounding decent, but like he
Yeah.
just knew exactly what to do.
Now he's got that little camera in the vocal booth. Did they trick you on anything? Because I remember we were in there with Speed Freak about a month ago. And they're like, Tom didn't know that there were cameras in here the first
Yeah,
time.
it
so
was
he's
There's
like
cameras in there?
No.
picking
Oh
his
god,
nose.
these
Oh,
guys
dude.
don't know about the
Oh, Wait, really?
Yeah.
He,
Yeah.
You're allowed to do that?
I mean,
America?
it's his shit. He can do what he wants. It's his house. So if you're picking your nose, dude, he
Nah, dude,
knows.
I was fixing my junk like 10
knows
times a month, you know? It's not even that.
What's your trick? Because
Man, that's fucked up. Too, I was also like squatting in there angrily.
Was the
Angry
rest of the band just
Birds.
like looking at you like, this guy, what a weirdo?
Wait. Are you serious?
yeah, there's cameras in there.
Did he not tell you afterwards?
You there?
Not for the vocal.
I know, because Justin was recording vocals and we weren't watching him.
Yeah, when you record, they watch you.
I don't know about that. Because Justin wasn't there and he wasn't watching him.
Oh my god.
It's kind of messed up.
Well,
I feel
next
like-
time you go there, you,
Now you know,
should
though.
be aware.
Now you know.
Now you should do extra things like picking your ass or something, or
Maybe
Yeah.
moon him.
Maybe start licking his microphone. Like,
dude, can you stop licking my microphone? It's like, wait, how do you know that?
rub it in between my legs.
Take two.
Now, on the CD, I heard some vocal changes. You know, you do your lows and highs. How do you do that live?
Same way.
I mean, but there's parts on the CD where it sounded like it was almost exact,
Like double tracked.
yeah,
or like-
double track.
Oh,
yeah.
the double tracks. I mean, there's some that I just do for, I double track live, but I mean, like, it's kind of free range for like the parts where I do like a high and a low or something. I can do whatever I want live there. So it's like I kind of get that little free ability live, but I mean, like Justin does vocals too. Like he does backing vocals, so you can hear him screaming there too. It's like
In the recording or live or both?
recording and live
Yeah,
sometimes.
both. Yep.
So it's not. I mean, just on the main, like some of the parts, but yeah, sounds the same live.
So then, do you write all the lyrics for all the songs?
yes.
So I know there are some bands where, like, the lead singer's like, I write nothing, and they just write everything. I just go in there.
I
and
wish it
sing
was that way, but then again, I don't because I hate singing other dudes' lyrics. Because
You
I've joined
love
bands where I've had to sing other people's lyrics, and it's like,
It just
I
doesn't
don't-
feel true to yourself.
yeah, it's like I hate sluts. Ah, my girlfriend.
My girlfriend.
it's a
So-
slut.
Yeah, I shouldn't have dated her. I don't know, but it's pretty cool. Nice, like I get my own territory. You know what I mean? And like they'll throw in their suggestions, like they said, you should do it this way or that
Do you
way.
do the same, knowing guitar? Do you do the same thing? Is it, hey, what if you changed it up and made it sound like
Yeah.
this? Do you,
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, yeah, he helps me with riffs all the time.
Yeah, we do
Like,
always do that.
I'll bring a riff to practice. He's like, try doing this instead, and I'll, like, we work out shit like that all the time, dude.
yeah, we all feed off each other. It's really nice. It's really nice
Like,
to
even our
have
bass
everyone
player, he'll
working.
help us with guitar parts. Like, we all just work together. Like, we know what sound we're going for, so we all kind of we know what we're doing, and we just work together.
You know what sounds bad
We know
It
what
sounds
sounds
bad.
bad. So we try to stay away from that.
without being mean to each other. Like,
Yes.
that
do
kind
that.
of sucks. Don't play that anymore.
It's like,
Thanks,
please
man.
stop. Please stop.
What are some of the band's influences for sound wise?
what? What is that question?
What are your influences vocally
Vocally
or guitarly?
guitarly?
You go
Um,
first.
I'd say guitar wise, like I like really intricate things, like the Faceless. Like
He's a big death metal guy.
Yeah, I like
Nice.
death metal, and that's how I am with vocals too. But the thing is, like, I developed other ranges because I didn't want to be stuck in death metal vocals. You know what I mean? As much as I love death metal and want to do it, I'd rather just adapt to things because I'm gonna survive that way instead of.
Well, and then plus the more you're doing it, you're obviously getting more comfortable finding different things you can do vocally.
Yeah, I mean, like I can whenever there's a heavy part in the song or something like that, I just love it because I can do like my lows and stuff. That's my favorite thing to do. But there's other parts in the song too, so I can't just be like over a part that's like da na 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 na.
Who's your favorite vocalist?
I don't think I have one. I think as long as the vocalist sounds like Satan, then I'm in.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't like Satan. I just like, angry faces are a good influence for screams for me. Like when I record vocals or something, like at home, it won't sound pissed off enough, and I'll just have to look at something scary, like, yeah. Not Justin, he's not scary enough.
So for you, guitar-wise, what made you jump on the guitar?
Jump on the guitar. Well, originally my My influence used to be Metallica.
His butt has fingers.
Dan's calling me from his pocket from outside. I'm like, why is my phone going off?
So from Metallica, you've
I'm kind of all over the place. Like I started off with Metallica, but I'd have to say as of now, my favorite band musically is Between the Buried and Me.
nice.
And Paul Wagner, favorite guitarist, hands down. Like, definitely my biggest influence. I'm more into like progressive stuff too. Like I like heavy.
Well, you
But
play an
like-
8-string guitar.
Yeah.
That's more progressive enough for anybody.
Oh yeah. But you can also change it. Like just because you're playing an A string, you don't have to be necessarily progressive. I think it just depends on your style of playing. Like we try to bring more of a progressive.
Well, you can pick up
sound
an A
into our
string and play
music.
Iron Man on it still. I mean,
Yeah.
so it's not that crazy. You can
I
still be
think
like,
it's pretty
bah, bah, bah. Is that smoke on the water? I don't know.
Smoking on the water.
That might be smoke.
You can play them both.
Playing both. Yes.
Well,
Da, da.
it's that time for Dave's interruption. So, Dave.
Dave, take it away.
Could I speak to the drug dealer of the house, please?
Let's hear it from the soundboard.
What do we got? What do you got for us, Dave?
Morgan actually sent me some stuff that I will talk about because it is pretty interesting.
I told him to talk about things. I was like, Dave, there are important things happening that you need to discuss.
Yeah, like
Here's your
like,
homework.
like Brendan Small and Nooses and Metalocalypse.
Which wasn't
Premiered
that
on
Sunday? I missed.
Yeah.
it.
It was great. I laughed so hard.
And apparently, Death Album 2 is the best-selling death metal album ever.
Death Album 3 is coming out this year.
The second one is the best.
Yeah.
I personally thought the first one was better.
Yeah, so did I.
Well, anyway. Well, thanks, Dave.
I'm not done yet, asshole. Apparently, Roadrunner Records is closing some of their offices and firing a bunch of employees, which really sucks.
Well, all right then.
So if you work for them, you're out of a job, and that really does suck. All
How about
right.
you go into the details, Dave, about why they are
I
and
don't know
where
why
they are?
I don't know why they are where they are. You just sent me the info. I'm not supposed to do things.
You doing
supposed to
his
look
job
into
for him?
This, Dave. I gave you a topic.
She
You're-
scratches the surface. You dig deeper, Davis. Oh,
your
Dave.
job.
Come on, Dave. Get your head out of your
Okay,
ass.
but if Roadrunner Records is signed like crap like Nickelback, really?
You know how much money Nickelback probably brings to Roadrunner Records, Dave? As much
they
as
sign
everyone hates
Nickelback?
them.
I did
Yeah.
not know that.
They got
know how many
Nickelback,
people-
They've got.
You know how many fucking 45-year-old biker whores love Nickelback?
How
I
many?
love Nickelback.
How many? Tell me.
That's a
Probably
guilty pleasure.
1
I used to
millions
like
billions.
You know how
They're
many
catchy.
soul patches are
I
brought
like
into
the new
this
stuff.
world because of
They're
Nickelback?
catchy.
Not mine.
Apparently, Roadrunner Records is
10 more
in
years and I'll get the grow one.
New York, 902 Broadway, 8th floor.
I don't want to address this. I just want
I don't
where
want to
they're
go there,
closing.
Dave.
Like hell, you don't want to go there. Why wouldn't you want to go there?
Oh, Dave.
Anything else, Dave?
Yeah, the Casualties are going on tour again.
Yeah, July 14th at Mojo's with Necromantics and Lower Class Brats.
Why won't those guys just OD already?
Because they're awesome.
Wait, the Casualties?
Yes.
Why won't they OD? Because they mostly just get drunk.
Yeah.
Why won't they OD on getting
They're
drunk?
fucking awesome.
Because liver disease takes time.
Aren't they like 50 years old?
No, they're not.
Probably 40s.
They're
Come
like
on.
maybe 30,
Maybe.
but
30?
No, maybe
What?
later 30s or 40s.
Well, all
I
right.
want- they make me want to look this up.
Anything else, Dave?
Yeah, there is. So shut up. All right, Napalm Death and Converge are making a 7-inch split, which is pretty awesome.
For people that like that.
Yeah. if you
Marilyn
like-
Manson CD got released today.
Oh, that I didn't hear about, but that's pretty cool.
New
Cool.
Marilyn Manson is awesome.
Great. I'm totally excited for that.
Oh, and Rockstar Uproar got announced today.
Which
Uh,
is
The festival. If I can remember, here's a few bands on it. It's Shinedown, Godsmack,
God.
POD, Papa Roach, In This Moment,
Godsmack.
Red Light King,
Godsmack is the shit.
Red Light Kings.
It
and
sounds
then
like something I wouldn't go to, so
there's- Did I say Papa Roach?
yes.
Okay. I don't know. There's like 2 other bands playing. I don't remember.
once you said Shinedown, I wanted to kill myself. So
Oh,
let's move on.
Shinedown's so good.
And it turns out the lead singer of the Casualties is only 31 years old.
Really?
Wow.
I thought they've been around forever.
He's got some wrinkles.
Yeah, they've
That's
been
what
around. They've
drug
been around forever,
use
but
will-
yeah, that's what happens
Yeah.
when you
Over the
take a lot of
years.
drugs.
There's some heroin going through that guy's veins.
Dave, I'm glad they're one of your idols. Jesus.
They're not one of my idols, but they are like
They
are
put on
band
a
that's pretty
badass
good.
show.
I doubt it.
Casualty shows are
Wait,
crazy.
you've never been to a Casualty show?
Yes, I have.
No, I
that
was
was my
talking to
second
Luco.
concert.
Luco.
Oh.
That's because I would never go
That's
to
why
one.
I never go into a mosh pit anymore. I was thrown into a circle pit. I lost my footing. I
You're a
landed
little
on somebody.
girl.
I couldn't figure out where I was. I couldn't find my friends.
Those guys are ruthless.
Oh my god, yeah. That's why I never go in a pit anymore
Bring a
because
weapon with you. You gotta be
casualties
prepared.
scared the piss out of me.
Literally
Like
and
literally,
figuratively.
Like I might have pissed in the middle of that pit. No one will know.
That's
Cannibal
just
Corpse.
great.
It was at the
Can't be
Metro,
worse.
and I was
I got punched
15
in the
years
nose
old.
by a Cannibal Corpse, bitch.
Is there any
On
word on the
purpose.
price for Mojos and Joliet?
She don't like me.
You can look it up on Mojo's. I don't
Hey.
know if tickets have gone on sale yet.
I hope
For
so.
who?
For the Casualties.
We're having a conversation. Okay, thanks, Dave.
And one other thing, it's small.
That's what she said.
they
That's what
say-
she said. That's what she said.
Yeah, no, Lucas heard that a lot.
That's
Um,
what everyone's.
I don't say that.
Yeah, she does.
She just snickers in the corner. Anyway, I mean,
You
I'll-
say that and tell me that I
Oh,
say
jeez.
that. I don't.
Dave.
Punk record label Asian Man Records just signed a new band called the Sundials. Now you don't have to like them or anything like that, but they just announced a new album, and they're doing
Who's
it as
in
a
this band?
hell if I
What
know.
the hell's the Sundials?
Yeah, why do I care about the Sundials?
Because I'm just this is mainly
Unless
about
Brendan
Asian
Kelly
Man
from
Records.
Lawrence Arms is in it, or Matt Skiba and Dan Adriano, I don't fucking
All
care.
right. No one cares about any of those people. So
Well, I'm just talking about the record label in general. Like, this is a record label that does things right because they announced the pay as you want for the album. You can pay $100 for it or 2 cents.
Definitely 2 cents.
I would definitely play 0 cents. Can I pay 0 cents to get
Yeah,
it?
you can. Yeah, they don't care. They just want you to have it.
That's nice.
Dave, are you gonna buy it for 100 pesos?
Yes.
I'll give you 100 pesos.
Anyway, back to you guys and doing what you do.
Well, thanks,
Thanks,
Dave. You're the best.
Thanks, Dave.
So you
Tune
were
in
saying you
next
got
week when I
punched.
find more things for Dave to look up.
You said you got punched in the face by a Cannibal Corpse chick.
Describe what a Cannibal Corpse chick looks like.
Is she
Long
heavy
time
set?
ago. She wasn't heavy set. She was actually shorter than me. She had like
A midget.
some plaid shirt or something, long sleeve,
called a-
wrapped around her waist,
Oh.
black tank top, lots of freckles, jagged teeth. Her hair was really frizzy, like she did it on purpose, like
Was
that.
she a redhead?
She was. I don't know what she was. She looked like some Hills Have Eyes shit.
Ugh.
But anyway,
A retard.
I was walking through the crowd.
Deformed, yeah.
She didn't. Well, she looked conscious and she was
Well.
smart, ish. So like, I was walking through the crowd and Cannibal Corpse, going, yeah, you know, whatever. Guar just played, and then like, I was pushing through some people, and then I pushed this bitch out of my way just a little bit. Not like, hey,
Ooh,
bitch.
bitch, get out the way.
It was more like a gentle, respectful.
and you did the
hey, bitch.
Hail Hitler
Hey,
sign.
bitch, get out.
You
Come on,
said, "Hey,
bitches.
bitch."
Come on, bitches, like that. You know, just easing my way through the crowd. So I pushed her a little too rough, and she just turns around, boom, right in the face.
Nice.
Right in the schnoggin nose.
And what
shit.
did you do?
She was gone before I could do anything. And if she was still there, I don't know what I'd do anyway. What
You're
the
like,
fuck?
what the fuck?
There's like 7 dudes that look just like her standing by. I don't want to like piss them off too.
7 dudes
Hit the
looked
wrong
like
guy.
her.
Yeah, like that whole crowd looked like them. They were pretty crazy, pretty rough.
Oh
Looked like they
man.
were camping outside.
Oh, jeez. And where was this at?
This was Sounds of the Underground, like a long time ago.
All right.
Like you said, you're not good with time, so sorry, I shouldn't have asked you
You're
that
not
question.
timekeeper.
There
We're
was
not
only
asking
2 Sounds
you.
of the Underground, though, right?
I have no
I
idea.
think there was 3. There was one year with As I Lay Dying played. There was the 1 year with Guar, and I think there was one.
Guar played like all 3 or something.
Yeah,
right?
and then there was.
I've been to 2 actually, so I can't say.
I think there was one
At one
after
time.
that. I don't remember. My brother went to a couple of them, but that's okay.
It was the one JFAC wasn't at. Job for Cowboy. They were not there. How about that? It narrows down the search.
Look it up.
Bitch. Oh wait, I have a smartphone, so
You don't have to look it up. It's not that big of an issue.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it was.
all right. Well, we have, let's see, 4 more songs of your guys to play. So let's play the next 2. What do we got lined up?
Or do you know, Dave? What do we have? What did they have lined up, Dave?
Useless and Clarity.
Nice.
Yeah.
So while we have you in here, Useless and Clarity, give us a rundown of where you came from with writing these songs, and give us a rundown. Oh, you just wrote the leads.
Yes.
Well, then
I'll talk about Clarity because it's an instrumental. But I'll let
Yeah,
you talk
Clarity
about Useless.
has no vocals.
So useless. Obviously, it was a part of your time where you felt useless.
He's like, no, actually not.
It's ironic. 'cause
I just, I don't know. Like, it was also kind of a personal moment for me in that song. I kind of wanted to write like how about, like my parents and where I work and stuff like that. It just felt like for a long time that, like, the only contingency for me. Hold on, let me think here. Because, I mean, it's kind of a hard song. This is, like, the last song I wanted to write, too, because it was the least heavy. So, I mean, like... It was
Hey,
just
Dave,
like,
can you shut off your mic, you son of a bitch? Thanks. I'm sorry.
Well, anyway, like, this song was just basically about, you know, being controlled for so long and then just, like, basically realizing it. You know, just, like, seeing everything that's emotion around you and just coming to your third sense, just, like... Why the fuck am I doing this? Life, no matter what happens, life still goes on. I will die, and nothing matters. So it's kind of like, I
Very
don't know.
dark.
Kind
Very
of.
dark.
And then it's just kind of like losing your sense of what's around you. I mean, like what your purpose is, what life is about. Because I mean, I think like the biggest question for me growing up since I was like pastor's son was, what is my freaking purpose here? You know what I mean? Like, why am I even breathing today? Why?
And you put those all in your lyrics.
Yeah.
Well,
I
let's
tried
do-
to.
And what about Clarity?
Clarity is just an instrumental. It's actually the one song that I wrote entirely by myself. I thought it was kind of cool because, like I said, I wrote all the leads to the other songs. So it's kind of something that I brought to the table myself. Like I came in, I showed them the song, and they all loved it. And it's kind of cool because it's kind of like a break in between all the heavy songs. Kind of like a little interlude just to mix it up a little bit.
clarity.
And yeah, I don't know. It's just something I wrote. Like I've been working on it for a while, and I showed them, and they all loved it.
Yep. So James has
Just
mad
like a melodic
props
side.
for that song. It's very beautiful.
Yes, yes.
Was there something that like just inspired you to start writing the song, or?
See, like when I write, I don't really like go into it like having a certain like set of mind like to what I'm gonna write. I kind of just start playing, and like things start sounding good, hopefully, and then like I'll kind of just build off one thing at a time. Like I'll start small, and then I'll just try to add to it, and I don't know, like
He
feelings
calls-
don't really play into it a lot, like
It's destiny.
destiny.
It's destiny.
Yes.
Well, there you have it, folks. And it was useless, and then
Clarity.
Yep.
let's take a listen.
Dismay.
Dave,
That
what the
was
hell
the
was
song.
that?
I'm not entirely sure. It just started playing another fucking track.
Oh, that was
That was
another
my
track?
bad. Yeah, not from them though. I'm sorry.
Oh, what? Not from you guys. What the hell was that? It's like someone being murdered.
Apparently, it was morbid suicide.
Well, there you have it. Little morbid suicide. I
And-
bet their parents are proud of them. Hey, Mom, I joined this band called Morbid Suicide.
Good job,
You want to come out to our shows? I'm so proud of you. So we're back in the studio. We just heard Useless and Clarity, correct?
Yes.
I got it. And we're minus Morgan because she had to go pee-pee break when I told her, just go in your pants. And we just swapped out some members.
Yep.
So who do we have in the studio with us right now?
I'm back, Dan, the bass
Dan.
man.
Hi, Dan, the bass man. It's nice to have you back. Hey, Dave.
Yo.
I hate when Morgan leaves me in here because
Yeah, you don't have anything. To
I don't
talk
have
about.
anything to say. I'm just like poop and fart jokes. I'm like, oh,
but,
Morgan will say something. I'm like, shut up, Morgan, you big stupid dummy.
But hey, but if you're gonna talk about weird band names, what about Anal Cunt?
Well, yeah, they're probably one of the most popular weird. Fuck you, Dave.
I mean, like my son's in a band called Anal Cunt.
We're so proud of him.
You know, I really want to meet like the lead singer's grandmother wearing an Anal Cunt shirt.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, I bet she's super stoked. Her son's an anal cunt or
Oh, yeah.
grandson.
God, she must be proud.
What is is
Must
Morgan
be.
dropping a deuce? What is this like? How long do you think I could
think
carry
she
the
got
show, Morgan?
stabbed,
I got
dude.
nothing.
I think she
I'm
got stabbed
terrible.
or something.
Yeah.
Better in the bathroom than in here.
The rest of your band member, someone stab her? I'm terrible at carrying this show. Morgan, come on in. Welcome back. I was saying I'm terrible at carrying the show. Carrying. Well, you could just not leave.
What?
Hi, Morgan. You're back.
Hi.
Continue.
What'd you ask him?
I didn't do anything. We just kind of talked
You
about.
guys have seriously been sitting here in silence?
Just been bullshitting.
Yeah.
pretty much.
Morbid comment.
Morbid.
Oh my god.
morbid
All right,
suicide.
well, let's get back to talking to Betrayer then, since apparently you weren't.
Hey, well, we were, but it was about nothing.
So, guys, have you guys opened for any national acts before?
There was this real fun show we did. We opened for the Contortionist in Stager, Illinois, at
It's
another
actually
home.
my first show, too.
Yeah.
My first show. We opened up for Structures, The Contortionist, Volumes, all amazing bands.
So they're just like, all right, your first show, we're opening up with all these national acts. Don't fuck
No
up."
pressure.
No pressure.
Well, no, I was actually excited because they were some of my favorite bands. I was like, hell yeah, let's do this.
It was one of those times that we just
No pressure whatsoever.
At that year, we had a lot of great shows, but
Oh, yeah.
before me and James joined Betrayer, Kevin and Justin in the former lineup, they played shows with Oceano, Chelsea Grin,
Nice.
a lot of bigger
Oh, yeah.
bands, so it was pretty cool.
Who ends up booking your shows?
Mostly us. We do have like a local promoter that gets a few like touring acts in, but we've been basically just trying to get our name out there enough so that we can start using a little bit wider range of promoters.
So then, where can people find you? Do you guys have any merch or any of that
We have
stuff?
a shirt.
You have a shirt. Where can
Yes.
people find your shirt?
Yes.
Well, as of right now, you must come to a show if you want anything, but that's just because we're kind of poor right now. But
So you guys will eventually have that up where people can order it off the
Yeah.
information
Oh, yeah.
superhighway.
in due time. In due time.
but we have an EPK website for our first EP. It's btroc.betrayerband.com, and there's links to it on our Facebook, just facebook.com/betrayermusic.
And then where do you have any other insert word right there
Websites.
websites that you can people can find
YouTube.
you guys at? You have a YouTube or any?
We have
Check out live
several
videos,
videos
of
on
course,
YouTube,
yeah.
but we have some live videos online, and right now we're working on getting a main homepage going, so we can start selling merch and free downloads. We're not really trying to make money off the music.
Just trying to get our
so-
music out there
Yeah.
for the most part, just people to hear it.
There's probably torrents already up right now of our music, which we really don't care. So.
Nice.
So you guys recorded at the Nook with
Yes.
Nick.
Yeah.
What did you guys learn recording with him?
He is regimental.
Yes.
I need my
Um,
dictionary for that word.
It got kind of annoying, but at the same time, it was good because I would miss a single note, and he'd be like, "Nope, start over." But that's good though. I mean, a lot of people just care about getting the money and getting you the hell out of there, but he actually cares about his sound.
Yeah,
Enough to where like you're a slight bit off of anything, any rhythm, any lead, he'll stop it right there and make you start over.
Yeah, and he's like that with every single band. It doesn't matter if they're
Oh,
just
yeah.
a local high school band or, you know, a bigger band from Chicago. He takes the time because it's his portfolio.
Oh, yeah.
that,
Yeah.
You know, he's
Like he
working
cares
on.
about what he's doing, and that's really cool. And he's a cool guy too. Yeah, for Clarity, I probably had to play that about at least 100 times.
Oh, jeez, I
at
believe
least
it.
100 times. It was insane.
Now, talking about releasing it, you guys said you had a download.
Not officially, but we're trying to get that set up right now. Otherwise, it's a free stream on our EPK website. And as soon as we get it printed, we'll probably have the website up and the free downloads, but we're sort of waiting until we get that far.
And how ETA?
EPK?
Well,
ETA?
estimated time when you guys think we'll have that up. And what the hell's ETK? What?
Oh, electronic press kit. It's just so that people can hear our music and get a little rundown. It's sort of like an online business card, you know, people to check us out. And there's links to our Facebook and Reverb Nation if they want to go to Reverb
I love when I
Nation.
get those in email. I'm just like, I don't know what to do with this.
What do I
I
do?
found you on Facebook. I know what you sound like. Just respond to me.
You hear that? Bands out there, don't send them that Morgan that she doesn't know what to do with it.
I am not
That's what
an
she said.
agent. I am not I don't know.
I'm
I
not a
don't know.
professional, she was about to say.
I was going to say that, but I was like, I am, but I don't need your press kits. I don't know what to do with them. They're just going to go in the trash
Yeah.
eventually.
There's a lot of useless stuff.
Sorry,
on-
guys.
Wait, what's in a
Be
press
honest.
kit?
It's
Uh,
just like your tracks and a bio, maybe a video, and
Yeah.
I'll take that. You guys can send it, I'll take it. All right, I'll
what are you
look-
going to do with it? It's all digital.
Oh,
Yeah.
Electronic press kit.
I don't know then. I don't really know what that is then.
Oh my god, I just told you. Okay,
I still
so
don't know.
back
question.
to
Next
pressing
question.
the CD. Do you guys have artwork lined up for it or any
Yeah, we-
ideas?
Yeah, we already have it.
For the EP we already recorded, or
Yeah.
newer music?
Newer music? What you recorded?
Ryan Kasparian at Innovate the Mind, he designed all the graphic art for our album work, and Justin worked with him because Justin does a lot of graphic design. Sort of just built it together based on the lyrics, and it's
Nice.
very,
Really creative.
yeah,
Really.
very creative.
As far as new music, we're kind of just worrying about writing it for now. We don't really have a theme for it just yet, so we're not too sure about artwork. But right now we're just playing shows and writing new music.
Speaking of shows, what shows do you guys have coming up? I know you have one this Sunday.
And you should probably inform your vocalist who had no idea you
Yeah,
guys
no-
were playing on
Oh,
Sunday.
Dan's kind of oblivious.
We got a show this weekend?
I was like, apparently you do.
We have a show Friday out in South Bend, Indiana, at the Bender Ballroom with a few of our friends' bands, Voltrus, pretty good band.
Voltress is amazing.
Yeah. And the show after that is on Sunday in our hometown, Portage, Indiana. It's a benefit show for Justin Kirk. And after that,
Do you want to read that one off with all those bands? Because it's going to take me a while.
yeah, that's a real big show. There's about 15 bands on it, but just a few that
It's all
few
yours.
that we've played with before, that we like playing with: Birds of a Feather, Her Eyes Glazed Over, We Overcome, Framed in Gold. Free Agents, they're actually a pretty good hip hop band that I've done sound for before. So Send the Dawn, of course, and Apothecarion and Corruptor, you know, just to name a few.
Yeah.
But,
So you just have shows this Friday and Saturday set up?
Sunday. But we have a show down in Indy at the Rock House.
India? Kidding.
That's actually a big joke right now. I can never get it to put Indiana on the actual website, but down in Indy on the 19th of June. No,
July, I thought.
Wow.
no.
Oh, is it June?
Yeah, it's June 19th.
We're not even sure of our shows.
No, but if you go to our Facebook, we always are posting.
Yeah.
And all that information's on Reverb Nation as well if they want to go to that. Otherwise, just ask us. We're always looking for more shows to play. So.
You hear that, everyone? If you want to play a show with Betrayer.
What's been a
Just
favorite show
ask
that you
them.
guys have played?
Favorite show? I'd have to say the first show I played with you guys.
Yeah, that was a
Summer
big
Slaughter.
tour. Yeah, Summer Slaughter Survivors.
Amazing show. I think just because all the good bands that were on it, like
Mhm.
it was a fun show. There was a lot of people. It was a good turnout, good crowd reaction to the songs.
And you said that was at another hole in the wall?
Yep,
Yeah.
Stager.
And what's been the worst experience you guys have had playing a show?
Ooh.
I don't know because
There's so many of them.
Why-
It's
We
it's
play-
more or less just when it's a bad show, I guess we just treat it as
Well,
a
I
practice.
could think of one in particular though. I can't remember the venue, but my amp kept cutting out while I was playing.
Yeah.
Like it cut out like 4 times, and that was not a good show for me at all.
I bet.
No horror stories.
No one got stabbed or anything.
I think the most interesting show that we did though was the Pit Fest at Pepe's before James joined us. It was with Murder Death Kill and
I actually played that show too, but I was in a different band at the time. Yep.
And it was funny because we had to play off the side of the stage, and as soon as we started playing, a humongous thunderstorm like rolled in, and
yeah.
it didn't rain, but it blew so hard that it knocked Justin's head off of his cab. But everything
Ouch.
stayed plugged in, and we just kept playing, and he just picked it back up, threw it back on, and we finished the set. But that was a tough show.
I would maybe instantaneously start crying if that happened to me. Just so you guys know.
Is there a band that you guys would love to open for or have not had a chance to play with locally that you want to?
Well, locally, I'd like to play with Voltrus again because they are really good. I love them. But as far as
Aren't
opening
you
for a
playing
band,
with them on Sunday?
yes.
Okay, well then.
Your dream comes true this
Dream-
Sunday.
Yeah, dreams come true.
Dreams come true soon.
No, but
I'd have to say Between the Buried and Me though. I would really
Oh, yeah.
like to open for them.
and just
What if they opened for you?
I'd cry. I'd probably wake up like 5 minutes later, but like, oh shit, it was just a dream.
no, we've been in good contact with the Contortionists for a while, and we not as the current lineup, but Justin has played with them several shows before they started actually touring, starting a couple of years ago. And if we get the offer again to play for them, that'd be awesome.
Oh yeah, they're an amazing band.
Oh,
Is the Contortionist from Indiana?
Yeah, they're from around Indiana.
Indianapolis, yeah.
And are they're signed to Sumerian?
No, they're Good Fight Music.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's the name of the record label?
Yeah,
Good Fight Music?
There's some weird record
Nice.
labels out there. Not gonna lie.
It's
There's-
kind of weird though because a lot of the bands on that label don't even match. You think Good Fight like heavy music. There's a lot of melodic bands on that label. It's kind of weird.
Well,
But
What kind of label, if you guys were looking at it, were you thinking would be a perfect fit for your
oh,
band?
Sumerian.
Oh.
Don't you have to
Ah,
think for
come
a
on.
second about that one, dude. Sumerian.
Well, I mean, it's just one of those things that like, the labels nowadays, like the bigger ones, they want you to tour nonstop, for 2 years, which is great. But
And I'd be down for that.
yeah, and that's something that
I would
we
love to do
all
that.
want to do.
Yes.
But at the same token, it's like to get on those labels, to get even looked at by those labels, you have to be following what they want at the time. And I look at labels like Media Scare and stuff like that, and it's just like hundreds of bands. It seems that it's just no wonder they're dropping off. Like recently, I've been seeing a lot of bands breaking up or just saying they can't do it anymore. And I don't know. I think it's just.
I just think as far as like our style goes, I think we would
Oh,
fit
yeah.
Sumerian.
Oh
the
yeah,
best.
Sumerian would probably be the heaviest label. That
We would
do.
definitely fit Sumerian better than any other label, in my opinion.
you're really pushing that. What if someone's listening like, we want to be on your label?
Sumerian.
You never
Come on.
know. So you guys got 2 more songs, right? 2 more left to play?
Yeah.
Yes, After Clarity is
Solace.
Solace, and then Beneath the Realm of
Yeah,
Consciousness.
the name of the album.
Yep.
Do we know what these songs are about? Because Dan's not in here to talk about lyrics, or
Beneath the Realm of Consciousness, the name of the EP. That's the one song that we kept from our original set that we really liked the structure of, and we decided to use that as like the basis theme for the whole EP. And Solace sort of came together over. I think that song took close to a year to put together, just because we kept changing, we kept adding more to it, and we had a real nice instrumental part in it that we love to jam out and change
Oh, yeah.
every time we play.
Yeah, pretty much.
all right? Well, let's hear the last 2 songs by Betrayer.
Yeah.
You're listening to the Metal Experience. Only on Slam Internet Radio.
And we are back with the Metal Experience, broadcasting live from 4055 North Milwaukee. And we're sitting here with Betrayer and
From
two
Portage,
more.
Indiana.
Yeah, two more of the same members have rotated back into the room. So we got Justin and Dan W., the vocalist here. So
W.
W. Justin W.
last two songs that we heard. Let's talk about what those were about.
Did we already do that?
What did we hear?
The last two songs.
You heard Solace and Beneath the Realm of Consciousness, the title track.
There we go.
Those are some very good songs, yes.
Some of our favorites to play live. Definitely a lot of the crowd favorites, too. A lot of people like to get rowdy during those songs. They're very fast-paced, and I don't know. Probably some of our angriest material, I'd say. And I don't know. I like playing live a lot, definitely.
So Dan, what was those songs that you wrote about?
Solace was about some shit. No. All right, well, Beneath the Realm. Let's go to Beneath the Realm. I'll go back to that one, but Beneath the Realm, that was kind of just like an overall like theme song, like it's the self-titled. So I kind of made it about like, there's something that we don't understand. There's something beneath the surface that is controlling, but we don't really perceive it. So and that's kind of what that's about. And then Solace is about, let's go back to that one.
There's nothing to go back to.
When I read the lyrics, like to me, it seems like it's coming from the perspective of, like you're realizing something is definitely wrong with me. Like I'm not feeling normal.
Yeah.
Something's controlling me outside of my own being and perspective. Like something else is like make me do these things or whatever.
Yeah, and like. Like in the song lyrics, it mentions too, like ignorance is kind of like the main reason why we're so susceptible to outside control and stuff. So, I mean, like it's basically just like some consumer shit, advertisements, media, and all that stuff. It's like, I mean, it doesn't necessarily control us, but it influences society in a manner that's more outspoken than other things. So it's like, I don't know, it like. As much as the lyrics talk about it's like this brutal control or this conspiracy or whatever, it's like really not. It's just like, just like some over-exaggerated opinions about media and stuff like that. So, I don't know. Kind of had fun with it.
Well, there you have it, sports fans.
Yes. The Bears.
We were talking a little bit with the other guys about recording at the Nook.
Yeah.
What was that experience like for you guys?
For me, it was awesome. It was a very, very fun time. Nick Nativo, he's the man. Like he's really good at what he does, and he's constantly getting better. Everything I've heard from him since we recorded, he's definitely learning more. He's getting better equipment. He's really easy to work with. Hardly any pressure put on us, really. And he's got a killer ear for just the tiniest mess ups, even if you don't hear it. It's really cool, and he gets really into the projects, and I think that brings out the best in the band and himself when everyone's like contributing equally. For you, like Dan, like that was like your first time in the actual vocal booth.
That was my first time being in a mic that was like 3 inches away from my face, so I was really scared. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna sound like a fucking dying horse. And these guys are gonna be like, this dude is our vocalist. We can't have a vocalist that sounds like shit. So I was like getting nervous as hell before the studio. I thought I was gonna sound really bad, but then when I got in there and started hammering stuff out, it sounded a lot better. So I was more confident then. But I was still scared as fuck the whole time.
I would be too.
I was pooping. I was like, damn. That's like fucking, you go into a vocal coach or something, and they're like, all right, boy, give me what you got. Sing something right now. With no music. Like, hey. That's how bad that was.
You're the next American Idol.
Thank you.
Dave, you know what time it is, you fucking cunt.
Now it's time for
Hey man, look what I found!
Only on the Metal Experience.
That's right. This week I have a band from Medlika Nova Mesto, Slovenia. The band is
That's not the name?
that's where they're from.
Oh.
The band name is Mephistophelian. Boom. Did it.
It
I
might
got-
be Mesostophelian.
Exactly. I got two.
Sounds like a disease or something.
Mesothelioma?
Yeah,
I should've
Can't
looked
you
up-
call a lawyer for that
Yeah.
stuff?
I should have looked up what that actually meant. It probably means nothing. That's my guess. Let's just put a bunch of crazy letters together and call it a band name. I got two delicious tracks for you: Morbid Source and Primal Ungodliness. Let's take a listen, Dave.
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
Oh yes, there will be blood.
You're listening to the Metal Experience. Only on Slam Internet Radio.
And we're back. That was Mephistophelian. Let me spell that for you.
I think Dave's got it on a dictionary.
Let me spell
where
that
he
for you
can
so you
tell
guys
what
can
it is.
check
Dave,
them
Dave,
out.
do you have
Hold
a
on.
sound out dictionary?
Oh my
version?
God! It's MEPHISTOPHELIAN.
No one's writing this
And
down to know what
the
this
most
is.
you put it the best. It's just absolutely relentless. And those are
Dave,
actually played backwards. That was primal,
pronunciation-
ungodliness, and then morbid source. They're fucking
Dave?
Birdis. Morgan, will you shut up?
See what it's like now? You do this all the time with
Dave,
the
Dave,
Dave.
hey Dave. Dave actually looked away. He had Dave look up what this crazy name
maybe how
actually
to
means,
pronounce it.
and maybe how to pronounce it. And Dave, take it away.
Mephistopheles.
Boom.
Mephistopheles.
Mephistopheles.
No, that's not
That's not
it at
it,
all.
Dave.
Definitely not it.
I copied the word exactly from your folder.
Mephistophelian.
Yeah, it's the.
That's the closest thing it came up
yeah,
with.
and it's actually that's from the thesaurus. I can't speak. Showing the cunning or ingenuity or wickedness, typical of the devil.
Okay.
And what was the other explanation you gave us? That even crazier
The
one.
metamorphoses thing. The devil in the Faust legend, to whom Faust sold his soul.
Nice.
Very nice.
So it's being devilish.
Nice. Relentless. That's I think that's the best way to put that band.
Take a breath,
yeah.
drummer. Jesus Christ.
Definitely play that at like 4 in the morning when your parents got to wake up for work. Just blast it. Hey, Mom.
Pop some Adderall.
Yeah. Check
Good
this out.
morning.
200 BPM. Get the fuck out.
And we're back with Betrayer.
What's up?
So
Hey, guys.
let's see if you can remember anything else that they might have forgotten. Show wise, what do you have coming up?
We have a show Friday at the
Bender Ballroom in South Bend, Indiana. Our
Yes.
very good friends Vulturous. I believe that's their final tour day, their homecoming show, or one of them. Very awesome if you're into like Rush, Coheed, and Cambria. They play metal style. They're all over the place.
Yeah, they're pretty crazy live.
Young kids too. They're fucking phenomenal. They're 10 times better than us. I look up to those guys. Like they're insane. That's gonna be pretty fun.
And handsome. They're handsome.
Very handsome. It's Sunday. We're doing a benefit show for a friend of mine that I used to work with, Justin Kirk. He recently passed away. Very unfortunate. So we're all helping out and doing a benefit show for him, trying to help raise money for the family, just, do something for them. And, like, it just sucks, like, having someone from your scene that, like, I used to go see his band, like, all the time when I was, like, younger.
What was his band's name?
He used to be in Seconds from Silence. They were around, like, way back in the day, and I just remember being, like, up front, screaming their lyrics and stuff, it was, like, it's just crazy, like, how things turn out that way. But hopefully we can, really do something for their family, and that's mainly what we care about,
Have a good time in his name. I don't know him, but,
Any other shows?
And May 19th, we're going to be heading down to Indy at the Rock House.
Ooh,
They
they
said
said June or
June.
July.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Those
It's actually
dummies.
May 19th.
Okay.
So,
So
we'll be
it's closer
heading-
than they thought.
Yes. We'll be heading back down there, and Indy's fun to play. I liked it a lot. Really good crowd. They get into anything that has a good.
there wasn't
beat
many
to it.
people there last time we played down there, but there was like 2 guys in the middle of the floor, like drunk, stumbling around with their metal sign up, like,
Yeah, everyone
they
was
liked
real
us.
attentive
We had
too.
2
like
sweet fans.
maybe like 30 people in the bar at the time we opened, but I mean, they made us feel like there was like 100 people in there because
They made us feel like there was 4.
Yeah, that's about what it was like.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they moved around and it was a little blurry, so.
What's
And-
been your favorite show that you guys have played?
Oh, one of my personal favorites was it was that one at Pepe's with Tony Danza, Tap Dance Extravaganza, and
You played a show with Tony Danza Tap
oh
Dance?
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we talk to those guys every once in a while. Bermuda was on that show, also very good friends of ours. They just got signed to Media Scare Records. They got full length coming out in I guess it got pushed back a couple weeks, but played with them. It was a huge like summer tour.
Yeah, that was a pretty awesome show, but I wore pants to that show and it was really hot, so
You
I
ripped
fucking
them
was
off?
like,
Big no-no.
it was a bad idea. I was really sweaty and hot, and I felt like, I was a burrito cooking in the sun.
But I mean, it was cool. Like we got props from like all the touring bands there. Like it was awesome. Circle of Contempt. They're from
Sweden or something?
somewhere overseas. I forgot exactly. Really sick, like polyrhythmic band. They're crazy. As Blood Runs Black was on that show too.
Nice.
Oceano was on that as well. Like I don't know. That's one of my favorite shows. A lot of people there. Outdoor fun. It was a lot of good bands. It was really fun. That was definitely one of my favorites.
I think I have a good show anytime there's a good PA because I can hear myself. Because whenever we play a show and they have like a little crappy PA, it's like, what's the point of me even coming? It's like, what am I gonna do?
You yell over the amps.
Any horror stories
Horror stories.
of playing live shows?
How about me showing up right when we have to play one time?
Yeah, there's
Like
that.
everyone was set up and like I just walked in the door like a fucking badass or something. I didn't even want to be like that.
What,
but
bitches?
I
I'm
was
here.
like, what? Fashionable entrance, being late. But
Give me the
I fucking had to like jump right on stage and start playing, and it was really awkward.
Nice.
And after everybody was like, "Where the fuck were you?"
I broke a string that same day.
Do you
I
always
think.
drive separately from your bandmates?
We
Sometimes.
we all like carpool our gear. We don't have a van or trailer or anything. We have to carpool our gear. It sucks ass.
It depends mainly on if there's gear or not.
Yeah.
If there's gear, I'll happily tow some gear. Or if someone doesn't have a ride and there's none of them in Justin's, and I'll carpool.
That's kind of how we do it right now until we can get something along those lines. That would
We need
help out
mopeds.
immensely. Something.
Moped your gear
trailers.
around?
Horse and carriage.
Maybe like two
Chariot.
mopeds hooked up to a trailer. Gas conservative and
Nice.
awesome.
Because gas these days is just fucking ridiculous.
Oh God, I know. What's next for you guys?
Well, right now we're kind of just playing shows. We're going to play as many shows as we can this summer. And on our downtime, we've been really busy, like, writing. Right now we have, like, 8 new songs in the making.
I think James was talking about 9, but I honestly
8
don't
or
know.
9, something like
We
that.
won't know until everyone starts learning all the songs.
Yeah, because,
I know.
like, the way we've been writing, a lot of us, like, we all don't come together until it's, like, band practice. Like, a lot of us do a lot of our writing on our own time.
It's like homework.
Yeah.
Bring it home with me, and then I don't know. It's
Like-
easier that way because then everyone's like, "Do it like this. Come up with the baddest ass lyric line right now." It's like, whoa, later, later.
Like me, when I sit down and I write, like I usually write out drum patterns first. If I get a rhythm idea during the day, I'll sit down and tweak it in Easy Drummer, and I'll just kind of form a riff around that, and I build off of that and really structure it out, and I can see exactly like how it's going to be played out, like when I need to like start turning the song in a different direction, and it helps me like really get my ideas the way I want them. That way everyone else can hear exactly where I'm coming from, and they add on to that, and vice versa. Like Dan, he does the same thing as me. He plays guitar, he writes drums too, so he's got a killer fucking song that I'm having a bitch of a time learning right now.
Yeah.
And
When do you think you guys will be recording the new stuff?
We have like no songs together yet. We have one full song that's new and brand new that we've written and that we can play live, and the rest are like they have to be filtered so many times before we even finish them. You know what I mean? So, like, me and Justin were talking outside. We're probably gonna go like maybe in next winter, have all that time in between the prep, and just make things 10 times more badass than we could before. Because like this time we're gonna try to kill it, not just be presentable. You know what I mean?
like when we recorded our first EP, we were going through a band member change at the time, and I ended up doing all the rhythm tracks, and James was coming into the band at like a month or two before we actually went into the studio. We already had the dates booked.
It wasn't
and
that much
everything.
time because he had to like rush it.
He had to he wrote all new lead parts and everything, and I just tracked all the rhythm parts basically. So I think this time around it's going to be a lot more preparation, a lot more. Okay, well, we should do things this way. Everyone has a say in it. Like now, as far as that goes, that was a loud car that drove by and distracted me.
Yeah, but this time, like, I think with what we're gonna do now, it's gonna be like way more matured sounding, like as compared to what we've done before. I mean, because like Justin, like the first EP, I mean Justin basically did everything himself, and then we came in and just like put some stuff over top of it. So this time around, it's like we have all complete like teamwork. You know, everyone do your share shit. So it's really cool. I don't know. I've never been in a band like that before. It's mainly been like, all right, our guitar player's gonna write everything. Everyone has to just do what they're told, and that's it.
Yeah, everyone gets their say. Like when I'm writing drums for like my songs, I just write basic beats, like, and I present them to Kevin, and he just sits and learns the shit and just makes it his own. Like, and I think that works out for him too, because it's hard for me to explain to him like, okay, like you should do your snare on a 1 count 3 and then an upstroke on the 4 or whatever to make it sound off beat or something. But it'd be easier if I just had it for him and he could just learn it and then tweak it to however he wants to play it, because I mean he's that good.
Yeah, and Kevin's good enough to, or he doesn't really need to be told what to play. I think he's pretty smart.
Yeah.
So.
And Dan, bass Dan, he usually just does his own thing too. He'll learn a couple riffs, but he'll kind of make it his own as well. Like he won't play the exact same thing as rhythm guitar. Sometimes he will if the part calls for it, but most of the time we just let him do his thing. That usually turns out the best, I think.
He's a crazy guy who chain smokes and works at a graveyard, so.
Little creepy.
Yeah, and he sticks his tongue out. His tongue is really long.
How do you know that?
Because he stuck it out at me one time.
How far did it go in?
I don't know. It looked like some Kiss shit, but his eyes were more distracting because they looked mean.
All right. Well, with that being said, Dave.
It's time for the local roundup.
Awesome. Well, first announcement is the most important. Luco and my band are in need of a drummer and guitarist.
Heyo!
So check out A Tune for 1103 on Facebook. Listen to the instrumental track that Luco's put up. Maybe that's what we need to
that
listen
track is
to.
all me, mofos.
At the end of the night. Dave, pull up A Tune for 1103 on Facebook and let's play this instrumental track so people know what they can get themselves into.
Or what I can get into you.
Check it out. We're going to play it. It's called Your Love Is a Lie. It's fucking awesome. And we need a drummer.
Thanks, Morgan.
You're welcome. I listen to it religiously. Not. Okay.
Hey, thanks, asshole.
Unveiling Chaos are looking for guitarists as well, so if we're not good enough for you, go join them.
Or if we're too good for you.
Or if we're too good for you. Also, a band Ritual of Odds from Greece. They sent us their CD before. And funny, I received an email and they gave us digital tracks too.
Nice.
They're having a lottery to help raise money for their upcoming U.S. tour. And due to popular demand, they have extended ticket sales to their fans in the U.S. for $10 or 2 tickets for $15.
For a show in Greece?
No, they're coming to the States for a tour. You could win a
shit.
handmade guitar from
shit.
Gamma Guitars Workshop valued at about $2,600.
What?
You could go to their Facebook page to see the pictures. Plus the Ritual of Odds
It's
U.S.
a
Tour
14
T-shirt
string.
and their latest CD, God is an Atheist. There are 2 guitars you could win with different style of bodies, and you can get your tickets and lottery information, and it all has to be done by May 30th.
These guys aren't fucking around.
No, they're not. So good luck to them. I hope they come to Illinois so we can finally see those guys. Friday at Allstate Arena, May 4th. We're going to be at Rammstein.
With my mom.
With his mom. It's going to be fucking
I bought my mom
brutal.
Rammstein tickets for Christmas. She's stoked.
Yeah, she was counting down the days. It was pretty awesome. Also on Friday at Mojo's, 5:30 p.m. Tickets are about $13 if you couldn't afford to go to the sold-out Rammstein show. You can go to the all-ages show at Mojo's. Boring. To see, kidding. To Trust a Liar, My Deepest Dream, Don't Wake It, Palace
Don't Wake It.
Hands Like Houses,
It's
My
hard,
Ticket Home,
Don't Wake It.
and The Air I Breathe. On Friday at Q's Billiards, it's 21 and up show.
Billiards?
Billiards.
Billiards?
Okay.
The pool hall?
Thanks. $12, 9 p.m. Skinwalker is opening for Local H. I hate you.
Local H is still around?
Local
Hell
H is
yeah.
still around. Are you kidding me?
Nice.
On Friday at Tiger Stylies, it's 9 p.m. 21 and up. It's $5. It's the Road to Ink Fest semifinal round. And Kill Media, Morgan Le Fay, Damnation, Bleed for the Fallen, and Katie Hibben are playing.
Nice.
On Saturday, May 5th at Mojo's, it's all ages, 7 p.m. Tickets are around $25. And it's Tenafly, Viper, Corvus, and they're opening for American Head Charge, Head PE, and Mushroom Head.
Nice.
And,
I
of
have
course...
a mushroom head.
What?
What? Huh?
And of course, don't forget to check out Betrayer at their show at Camelot Hall on Sunday with all those awesome other bands playing.
You can announce them.
I'll announce them. Here we go. There's
One
a
breath.
long list.
One breath.
Oh,
One breath.
God. This is not happening. No, I can't do this. I've got a cold. Here we go.
Oh,
Birds of a Feather, Heavy Hands, Life Once Lost, Sleeping with a Corpse, Milestone, Her Eyes Glazed Over, We Who Overcome, Framed in Gold, DG, Seconds from Silence, Kojak, Free Agents, B. Fallon, Send the Dawn, Depriving the Masses, Pain Therapy, Pocket Thick, Carry On, Corruptor, and Betrayer.
You totally breathed at
I
least
totally
once a
breathed
day.
once.
It's actually a Life Once Lived.
Life Once Lived.
Life Once Lost is not playing that. That would be awesome
That would
if
be
they
pretty
were.
good.
I keep getting those two confused because I loved A Life Once Lost. Oops.
They were just like, what a dummy. It's not the name of
They're
the
like,
band.
oh, we can't be a life once lost. We might as well live.
So,
Well,
That's how that
shit.
went. Dave, did you find our song?
Yes, I did.
Awesome.
I didn't want to just interrupt your lengthy tour dates and stuff.
so one last
Lengthy
time,
tour
folks.
dates and
Where can
stuff.
everyone find your everything that is Betrayer? America, U.S. Betrayer.
Okay, this is exactly how you do it. This is like how I do it for other bands. You go on Google, and then you type in Betrayer, and then you type in Beneath the Realm of Consciousness. If you
Why
can
would
spell
you
that.
not just type in Betrayer Band?
Because Indonesia Betrayer has already basically flooded the web with their stuff, so
Oh.
so like they're
Band
more
still.
accessible than we are, unless you hit us up on Facebook or something.
But you guys have Facebook
Uh,
and YouTube.
YouTube,
Reverb.
SoundCloud, Reverb Nation. We have a Twitter. We just made an Instagram. If you care what we fucking do, take pictures of
You
weird
have some
shit.
other thing that you can stream your CD from?
Yeah, we have a EPK site, an electronic press kit. You can hear our whole entire EP on it. It's btroc.betrayerband.com. So it's just the
And then you guys have one shirt that is
It's
available at your
at our
shows.
shows right now. We're working on getting an online store together once we get hard copies of our CD printed, which shall be really, really soon.
Well, I'm stoked. You guys are fucking badass, and I'm glad you guys were on
Thanks
the show.
for driving out from Indiana.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks,
you for
guys.
having us.
Of
and
course,
all those nice things you said.
check these guys out on Facebook and tune in next week. Audacity is going to be on with us. These guys are
Audacity.
fucking awesome,
Book
too.
us in Chicago too.
Yeah.
We want to come to you guys.
He
I
said,
could
Please.
definitely find some places for you to play, and
That would
I
be
know people
awesome.
to play with.
Cool.
That's what she said.
So, those listening still, drummer and guitarist, listen to this track because Luco, my band, tune for 1103. Find us on Facebook looking for band members, and good night.